Back up front, Jimmy Johnson is the leader. Jeff Gordon in second spot. And the next chaser, by the way, is Denny Hamlin in the 11 car back in fourth. Let's listen to the radios of the top three chasers, starting with Jimmy Johnson.
That, I feel like a change made an attitude change in the car. But it is making a turn. Unlike in practice, so we got the attitude change. It got us tight. It's turning good.
Still a little bit tight there through the middle, but best we've been. And about the same, you know. It's just I totally got screwed in lap traffic that time.
Yeah, it just feels like it's real tight going on all the gears. Man, I just want to see the front at some point of this race. Gosh, this is tough.
Trouble here at the start-finish line. 49 car, heavy damage. 55 of Michael Waltrip, the 17 again, Matt Kenseth. As we have caution for the 10th time here on lap number 206.
49 car, too.
Well, this track is chewing them up.
Heavy contact by John Andretti there in the 49 car.
You'll be so hard, Robbie. I think he knocked the rear clip right off the car.
See John moving around inside the car, and now the window net, he's putting the window net down. That's a sign they want to give the safety crews to know that you're awake and alert. And so you see him trying to take the gloves off, obviously frustrated after that great run at Talladega last week. On the onboard camera of Michael Waltrip.
Michael just loses the car coming off the corner.
Hold the brake. Just hold the brake. Hold the brake. Let go. Let go. Hold the brake. Hold the brake. Hold the brake. All right. All right.
Like Matt Kenseth got some help from behind on this. He probably got on the brakes to avoid this crash.
On the brake here.
Car behind him must have been the 49 car. John Andretti got into the back.
I'm just amazed all the time how many wrecks we're seeing off that turn 4 just all night long. Same place, same problem. Great drivers just flat losing it. And when you spin off a 4, you're going to end up at the front straightaway.
Pit road is closed as you see the ambulance there. They're going to bring them down to be able to keep the traffic off the main straightaway.
The reason they close pit road is they have to use pit road as a racetrack, so they don't have to go by this wreck. We see these guys over here working on this car, this 49 car on the track. This keeps all the race cars away from all that, and so they close pit road so people won't be making pit stops.
See John, he is talking to the safety crews, and he will climb out. That car pinned right against the fence. And the crowd now applauding John Andretti as he gets out and is able to wave to him with a heavily damaged race car. Caution number 10 coming out lap 206. John Andretti involved, the 17 car of Kenseth, the 55 of Michael Waltrip involved. We're continuing down the 20 car.
Okay, pit road is closed, but these guys are choosing to go ahead and work on the race car. The penalty for this is to start at the tail end of the longest line. So these guys are just going to use this time to go ahead and work on the car. They're going to have to be at the tail end anyway, so they'll just go ahead and take the penalty.
Tony Stewart trying to get that damage repaired from contact first with the 15 car of Paul Menard and, of course, the 9 car of Casey Kane.
So let's just tighten it up here and if we can get it to where it's drivable. You put tires on it, just put like a pound in the right front.
Tony Stewart on the radio talking about some of the adjustments they're making. Under caution, back in just a moment. You're watching ESPN on ABC.
ESPN's coverage of NASCAR Nextel Cup Series on ABC. The Bank of America 500. Brought to you by Toyota. Moving forward.
And it's race 5 in the chase for the NASCAR Nextel Cup. Lowe's Motor Speedway's been chewing them up. The story in the FedEx race rundown. Kevin Harvick came in seated 5th. Early misdiagnosis caused 2 pit stops.
Yeah, and it's easy for us to second guess, but they came in, changed right side tires, and he actually ended up having a left rear tire going down that cost him.
Yeah, and he's never recovered. 5-time winner here, Jimmy Johnson, started second, took the lead for the first time on lap 17 and has dominated.
He is flat flying. Jimmy Johnson's the guy to watch for tonight.
And Matt Kenseth, one of the victims of turn 4 here. This track earns its name, the Beast, right there.
Matt has been so aggressive, Susie. He's been driving that race car so hard. He's really, really struggling. And then you see former champion Tony Stewart getting beat up in the pit area along with Kurt Busch, another former champ. Both of these guys got damage on pit road, and it's going to cost them in their opportunities to win this race.
And look who's up front. Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon behind. They've been handing off that #1 point seat back and forth. Alan?
Well, another round of pit stop, Susie, and the 26 car, Jamie McMurray, already come and gone. Right side tires on that car, but that's one of many choices being made down here right now.
Jimmy Johnson coming down as they finally open pit road. You see Denny Hamlin's crew now getting him service, getting out. Hamlin, a big gainer. He's gaining spots. He's now up 3 more spots in the chase for the Nextel Cup. He moved up 3 from Talladega with that 4th-place finish from 12th to 9th. He's now being shown 6th in the points. Talking about the 11 car of Hamlin.
Right now, different people are starting to surface up to the top 10, Jerry. You see Scott Riggs, he's up in the 6th place right now. Denny Hamlin's got that car worked out. He's up to 4th. And these guys are getting it worked out. David Gillian, I've been watching him come up farther. He's up to 15th right now. All these guys are making tracks and getting better. Kyle Petty in 12th. They're all getting better.
More on Jimmy Johnson with Jamie Little.
Well, Doc, he came down. They took 4 tires. Car is pretty good right now, but the water temp was getting a little hot. They said to keep that fan on it. And Chad Knaus, crew chief, just reminded him on this restart, because of that track dry they have out there on the start-finish line, just watch your wheels spin. So we got to keep an eye on that on the restart.
Denny Hamlin in the 11 car took on 4 tires this time. No chassis adjustments. One thing they have been watching, difficult to get the car into 2nd gear all night long. That's just been an issue on the restarts, not really on and off of pit road being affected. But so far it's maintaining its position, which is not great, but some issues with 2nd gear.
Let's check out our Allstate Good Hands move of the race. Tony Stewart was the one who did it on behalf of Tony. Allstate will donate $1,000 to the Urban Youth Racing School. Now watch Tony drive through this incident here on the front straightaway.
Got 3 guys wrecking in front of Tony here, and he's trying to avoid all of them. Does a great job.
Good Hands move of the race, and the donation to the Urban Youth Racing School in the name of Tony Stewart.
I really like the shape of that right front fender. They've really fixed that.
Please.
Looks like they've taken a piece and added to it a piece of a nose. You see where they've taped it all on there to get that shape back.
Updating the points here as of right now at lap 212. Jeff Gordon back atop the standings. 48 car back 57 points because of where he is on the racetrack.
But take a look at the hit that Tony Stewart's got. He's down 248 points behind, and he was only 154 going in. So unless he can get from the back up to the front, he's got a bad night going.
55 car, Michael Waltrip involved in the incident. Big press conference yesterday. Michael announcing he's got a partner, an equal partner named Robert Kaufman, basically 50% owner of the team. Trying to get more partnerships and more investors involved to be able to expand his franchise. David Ruderman, by the way, will take over in the 44 car next year after the first 5 events, because Dale Jarrett announced that he'll run the Bud Shootout and the first 5 points races and then step aside only to run the All-Star race here at Lowe's in May.
4100.
A lot of adjustments being made throughout the night here on and off pit road. Let's check in on some of these and show you how they're done and what they do down at the ESPN Dish Tech Center in Tim Brewer.
Thanks, Jerry. What we're going to show you here, folks, Chad Knaus, he's one of the best in the business keeping up with Lowe's Motor Speedway. How's he do that? Spring rubbers. He runs the car, he makes adjustment, he reads his driver extremely well. When he wants to free the car up, he takes the spring rubber out of the left rear. When he wants to tighten the car back up on the other side aerodynamically, he'll even put one in the right rear, and that holds the spoiler up in the air. Chad Knaus, master at this racetrack, very good. Spring rubbers, key to winning this race tonight.
Great, Tim, exactly. And Rusty, a lot of teams use the spring rubbers. They put a lot in so the car can be easily adjusted during the race by just pulling them out.
Well, you normally do that in the garage area during practice. You'll change that spring just to change the spring rate. But what you want to do is be able to do it quickly. And so you change that thing, you put a rubber in there, and so you can take it in and out. And it's a quick way of adjusting that spring rate.
More information on spring rubbers and adjustments like that, log on to ESPN.com. Search word Tech Center. Jeff Gordon, the 4-time winner at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Coming down, will lead him down, and behind him, Clint Boyer, Kyle Busch, Jamie McMurray, and David Gilliland. Good run for the 38 car.
It's the first time all night long we've seen the 24 up front leading the race like he is right now. So let's see what he's got. Said his car was a little bit tight.
Here comes Harvick now. He wants to try to get one of these laps back. He's driving really hard because it's the only way he can do it. He knows he only has a few laps to get it done here.
If the caution comes out right now, he can at least get one of them back, and he's 3 down right now, Kevin Harvick is. He needs a miracle tonight.
I'd be careful with him if I was Jeff Gordon because this is kind of a dangerous situation. You got Harvick with not much to lose. Gordon's got everything to lose at this point.
Harvick driving it for all he's worth, down 3 laps, being shown in 34th position. Now pulls right in behind the 24.
Boy, the 5-car, Kyle Busch, really got loose that time, coming off of turn 2. Jamie McMurray right behind him. And boy, they were loose. Hey, take a look at Ricky Rudd in the 88 car. Back in the car. Looks like he's back in the hunt, too. Running good.
Both of Robert Yates' cars look strong here. The 38 car, David Gilliland's now back up in the top 10.
How about the 10 of Scott Riggs, the pole sitter for both events here a year ago, running awfully well in that Dodge.
It looks good seeing Ricky Rudd back up in the mix of it right now. He's in 7th. Right on the bumper of Jeff Burton. Burton's had a good car throughout the night.
Jeff Burton looking over at the 5 car. That's for position. Kyle Busch is 6th. Burton is 7th.
I saw Ricky Rudd at breakfast the other day, and he said, man, Rusty, I just can't wait to get back in that car. Wanted to get healed up real good before I got back in it and did the best I can.
Yeah, Rudd separated his left shoulder with that driver's side impact at California. Missed the last 5 races and was excited to get back in the race car. Although he said the Hans device was a little uncomfortable on top of that shoulder where he had separated it. See the Ricky Rudd progression now all the way up to 8th position. Pretty good effort for both of the Yates cars. The 88 car of Rudd, by the way, and the 38 of Gilliland up in 3rd spot.
Boy, 3rd spot. That is a great run for David Gilliland. He was just really getting this car handling better throughout the night, and it is good to see the Yates teams back up to where they deserve. It's been a great family in racing for a long time. You know, Jamie McMurray underneath the 38 car, David Gilliland, that car's been strong throughout the night. He had a big wreck last night in the Busch Series race, getting down into turn 1. And he's got that in the back of his mind.
That 5 car is, and he's pushing hard on the outside. The car's loose. He's driving this thing, driving the wheels off of it.
Yeah, Kyle Busch is just hanging that car out. He likes them loose anyway, but man, that is a handful. Kyle Busch in the 5 car. We asked him about what it takes to win a championship here in NASCAR.
Keep focused and we keep going with what we got going on, and that's to try to win the championship. You know, those guys are a great bunch of guys. We've got a lot of great friends there, not only on the team, but at Hendrick Motorsports, and the guys have been, you know, pulling real hard and trying to do what we know how to do best, and that's to finish up front and, you know, try to win these things in order to keep ourselves in contention.
Moving to Joe Gibbs Racing after this season. Final races with the Hendrick organization as Dale Earnhardt Jr. moves over to be a part of this organization. But Kyle Busch wants to take him out as a winner and a champion.
You know, that would be the best way to leave this team, is to leave it with a championship. Boy, he's got his work cut out for him this year. I know he'd like to get it, but those teammates are making it real hard, not just on Kyle Busch, but everybody.
Dave?
And guys, 2 stops ago, they put on 4 tires. They said, we'll take our lumps now because we need fresh rubber. They took 0 tires this last time. He restarted 14th the last time. Now he's up in the lead pack. The car was just a little bit loose off this last time. Track bar adjustment, and also it's been running cool enough to add tape to that front end for a little better downforce.
You saw a moment ago when the chase points that Jeff Gordon was back on top of points, and the 48 car of Jimmy Johnson was second, but some 49 or making 59 points back. Why? Because he was way back in about 17th spot. Well, here's the 7. Speaking of 17, here is Matt Kenseth once again having some contact.
It's not been Matt Kenseth's night at all. Man, he has been involved in just about everything we've seen out here.
That car's been destroyed. I mean, it's got the front end knocked off, the back of the car tore up, and it's just, you know, it couldn't be handled.
You guys come in the garage here. We'll try to fix it.
And Kenseth was in position to get the free pass, and if you're the driver who's going to get the free pass is involved in an accident, they don't give anybody one.
Sorry. Something's wrong with this. I mean, it's so bent up. I just went in the corner and just swapped ends on me. I just moved up a little bit on the track to let him go and just swapped ends.
Kenseth back to